Federal Way and Lakewood have been named two of the three cities in Washington state with the highest Korean populations. Korean Americans come together in Korean communities due to the common language and the same cultural background. Through food and history, Koreans bring a unique heritage to America.
Asian Market has been in business for 24 years. The first Asian Market was built in 1993. The market was originally called Tom's Market, located in Parkland, but closed in 1995. We moved to Lakewood because the Korean population seemed to be more concentrated. Because of our close proximity to McChord Air Force Base, 30% of our customers are from the military and 70% are Korean. Although competition is pretty tough, our store is still in business because of our regular customers. We are known for our kimchi and our deli foods. We even cater for weddings and big events.
Yes, whether you are Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, Japanese, Filipino, whatever you are, it's definitely good to keep in touch, not only for yourself, but also for maybe your kids or your family members or even your friends, because it's very important to let others know where you actually come from. We can all say we're here from America, but when we say that, it's a major category. Then there's subcategories like Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, Filipinos, and so it's when people say, "Oh, I'm from America, but then I'm Filipino," it just gives it that little oomph of wow, you're just not American, you're something else too. And being bilingual and also, I guess, bicultural, having two different cultures is really unique, and so definitely to keep in touch with your culture is very important. And so whether you are America and you're from Germany, Germany has its own culture, and it's definitely to keep in touch. It's very important to keep in touch. So.
안녕. 내 이름은 노경숙이고 클레일 엄마야. 미국은 89년도에 왔고 여기 가서 결혼을 했고 내가 한국에서 한 일은 신문 기자실에서 일을 했고 지금은 이 자리에서 쬐끄만 꼬맹이들을 가르치고 있어. 여기는 우리 클래스룸이야, 교회 안. 오케이? And then 미국과 같이 여러 민족이 어우러져 살아가는 사회에서 자기 민족의 말을 가지고 살아가는 것이 얼마나 중요한가를 느낄 때가 있어. 나는 미국에 살고 있는데 왜 한국 문화를 배워야 하나 그런 생각을 가질 수 있지만 한국 부모가 있기 때문에 한국 문화를 배워야 하고 또한 한국 문화를 가르치는 것이 부모의 의무인 동시에 책임이라고 생각해. 그리고 또 우리가 일상생활에서 잠깐 예를 들면 컴퓨터를 하거나 차 운전을 하는 것은 모두가 할 수 있는 보편적인 생활이지만 김치를 먹거나 또는 한국말을 한다는 것은 독특한 한국인만이 하는 문화야. 한국 문화를 우리 아이에 가르친다는 것은 한국인의 자아의식을 심어주는 것 같은 것이라 배워야 하는 교과의 한 과정이라고 생각해. 그래서 이 한국 문화를 그러니까 우리 애들에게 가르치는 것이 참 중요하다고 생각해. 그리고 한국 문화는 우리가 꼭 배워야 될 것 같고, 왜냐하면 우리가 한국 가족과 한국 그거를 가졌기 때문에 한국 문화를 꼭 배워야 한다고 생각해요.
I think it's important to recognize that as a Korean American, it's important to know Korean culture and Korean history. And I mean, that's even for traditional Koreans that come over. In any society, in any culture, you need to know your history. How many Korean Americans actually know about their history? And I dive further into looking at the history, and I mean, you see Korea, and you see all the oppression and all the difficulties that they had as a country throughout the years with China, with Japan, China again, Japan again. Even Koreans losing their last names from the Japanese because Japan wanted to kind of take away their culture, and they did that by taking out some of the, their religious beliefs, stuff like that, and trying to change their political system. And same thing with China. And you see this throughout the whole history of Korea. How does Korea make it through it? And you look at even some success stories such as the Cold War, with the Soviet Union and the U.S. and how much that affected Korea. That was a big thing that happened in Korea. I mean, you look at the Soviets kind of taking North Korea and the U.S. taking South Korea and kind of be equal on that. But really, how much that affected the people in Korea. You look like communist system, and you look at North Korea. That sounds familiar, but well, that's due to the Soviet Union. And you look at the U.S. and the democracy in the U.S. and how much that affected the political system, and also some of the culture in South Korea, and how much that affects. And we need to understand, rather than what's going on today in the media with technology, stuff like that. Knowing our roots, that's the most important thing as being Korean American, and that's something I'm going to take away, and I hope some of the other Korean Americans also take that away. So that's what I think of.
Learning one's culture helps a person understand who they are and where they come from. Through food, history, and culture, we can learn about who we are and the traditions of our heritage.